Hey y'all, this is Coasters and Travels, and I got some very interesting news coming out of Alabama Adventure and Splash Adventure. About a month ago, I did a video about standing but not operating coasters for the 2024 season, and Rampage was one of those coasters I talked about. Well, we definitely got some updates from the park, and they released a video on their Facebook, and I'm going to show you pretty much the most important thing they talked about.
So, we've decided that we just shouldn't open it this year and spend all of our time and effort in making sure that Rampage can run for years to come. And we're going to do that through a process called retracking, where we take all the steel and wood and we replace it with solid steel. So get ready for smoother rides, faster drops, and even more thrills coming from Rampage in 2025.
Some extra interesting news. The plan is to replace certain parts of the ride. They usually have to retract every year, so it's not getting a full retract, but more of a retract of the most used parts. And I quote, "The plan right now is to only replace certain sections of the ride that we're having to retract year after year. We're hoping to preserve as much of the thrill and wooden coaster experience as we can." According to the park, they spend over $500,000 a year to maintain this ride. And considering this is a small park, $500,000 a year is a big chunk of change, so I can understand them going in this direction. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of wooden coaster enthusiasts and roller coaster purists out there that's going to hate the idea and think that Alabama is making a wrong decision. But I believe the park has the right to make whatever decision they need to make in order to preserve a ride, even if they have to partially or fully make it still. Rampage is a well-loved coaster from enthusiasts. I can understand why some won't be happy with this change. As far as my thoughts, I'm not gonna lie, I will be a little disappointed that I will not be able to ride the Rampage prior to them making this change. As I said in my last video, I was attempting to make a trip this year to Alabama's Adventure since I couldn't make it last year, but it looks like I have no choice but to ride the new iteration. At least I'll be able to get a chance to ride it, and at the very least they're not scrapping the ride or closing it or whatever, so I'm all for the change. What about you? What do you think about this change? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one.